But that is going to be very difficult against David Price. And watch out for that big over-the-top right hand from the big fella, because that has been lethal in recent contests. Sexton brings fast hands and quick feet, and he's well schooled. These two know each other very well. They have sparred. They don't say they don't remember much about it. It was a long, long time ago. But there's a lot of familiarity there and a lot of respect there as well.
You see Price straight away just extending the left hand, just keeping it in Sexton's face, just intimidating with it and shortening the distance it has to travel when he does let it go. That's a trick that the Klitschko's used to good effect. So just a little reminder for Sexton that he has to get past that jab, and that was a solid jab he had to take there.
Well, the jab is an improving weapon for Price. Look at that, just snapping through again. Both these fellas have had good quality sparring. Price has been in Berlin, sparring with Kubrat Pulev, a new European champion. Said he handled himself very well at that level, which has given him terrific encouragement. Sexton brought in big Richard Towers from Sheffield. Did over 100 rounds in total, most of them with Towers, some with Matt Skelton, some with Ali Adams as well. He said he needed those rounds, because he hasn't boxed much over the last couple of years. And Price said he needed the rounds as well, because he's not getting the rounds at the moment. He's getting rid of people so quickly. So they both say they've come in perfectly conditioned.
I don't think Sexton will be too perturbed if he doesn't make an early impression. I don't think he will expect to make an early impression, but he must be worrying the fact that these jabs are landing solidly. He won't mind losing the rounds, but he doesn't want to be dominated.
So far he's managed to block the right hands. I just get the sense everyone in this audience, they're just waiting for the moment of detonation. Praying over at Sexton's trainer, he said we've got two options really. Keep it at range, keep right out of the danger zone, or get right in on his chest. What he doesn't want to be is in no man's land, because Price will eat him alive there.
I think once he settles into it, if he settles into it, he's going to have to fight in little bursts. You know, he can't box with Price, he can't obviously take chances, so he's going to have to pick his little opportunities, let punches go in little bursts, and hope for the knockout. But the trouble is, he's not a big puncher himself, as his record shows.
There is some durability there, though. He's only been on the floor once as a professional, and he says he was off balance with that one as well.
Price is looking nice and relaxed too, not burning up any nervous energy, just showing patience, just getting the round in the bank.
Trying to get a few rounds, all right?
Well, no bombs away in the opening 3 minutes. It was controlled, it was patient, it was disciplined from Price.
Yeah, and I think Sexton's doing what we expected. He has to be cagey, he has to be defensive, but he'll try to spring a surprise here and there. Didn't get a chance in the opening round to let too many punches go, but I don't think he'll be shocked by that.
Round two, this battle for the vacant British heavyweight title. There's that jab again. Sexton just blinked as that one thudded through.
See, he doubled the jab, that's the reason that one landed so cleanly. Just a little double, and he's extending that hand again, as you can see. Just intimidating Sexton with it. Just a continuous presence in front of his face there.
Work with that stiff jab. Take it round the side. If Sexton did want to try and get in close and rough him up. Well, that isn't working at the moment.
I think Sexton's main plan is not to take any hard punches cleanly, keep tight defences. Hopefully some of the steam, draw some of the steam out of Price. Can't jab with him, obviously. So he'll just be looking for little chances to pot shot here and there, but Price not giving him any of those.
Yeah, Price just pot shot him with one of those right hands. Sexton saw that one coming. There were gasps in the crowd. I thought it was the moment. Yeah, it's really tough for Sexton. This is a guy who favours his jab himself. He says it's a really good weapon, but how can you use it against somebody with the physical advantages of David Price?
I think he's waiting for mistakes in the early stages here and Price not making any, so he's going to have to earn the opportunities. He's probably going to have to spring in, move in with the punches. He's not going to box his way close. So he's going to have to take some chances sooner or later.
Well, John McDermott last time out, all adrenaline and nerves and butterflies, went hell for leather from the opening bell. That was a disaster. This is much more patient and thoughtful from Sexton, very respectful. But that's all it is. He tries to land a right hand of his own and fails. Price just picking him off at the moment.
Price's left hand work is really impressive. The jab's accurate, is quick, then his defences are back. That's what Sexton must be planning to do, that's what he has to do, just spring little assaults here and there.
Very calm character, Sam Sexton. He's going to need that temperament. And if he can get through this round as well, he'll be reasonably happy, never mind that he's lost these first two rounds. Not too many surviving 6 minutes with David Price at the moment.
Price is cagey himself, he's not committing himself, he's using his reach, using his physical advantages. Another round in the bank.
Getting off the jab, the left hook, right hand to the body, and counter if he comes in. If he comes in,
Franny Smith, his trainer, with the words of wisdom.
Well, not a single mistake yet from David Price. The jab working a treat, that was a little doubler. Trying to bring the right hand in. Difficult because Sexton obviously has to think mainly about defence in the early stages here.
Round three in this battle for the vacant British heavyweight title. David Price, the big fella in the white trunks, the local man, the red-hot prospect, Sam Sexton from Norwich, the big underdog, but a man who has belief in his own abilities. Well, if he's managed to avoid getting in any serious hot water at the moment, Sexton, you can't say he's not managed to do an awful lot in terms of roughing Price up or even landing anything on this towering opponent.
Price just showing how quick he can be when Sexton does try to mount a little attack, just that little half step back. You know, he's got all the physical advantages as he will have with most opponents, but he uses them to the full, digging in body shots now.
Decent right hand to the body produces a response from Sexton. Wasn't the most accurate response. Yes, not so much the quality of opponents that has seen Price just develop so phenomenally over the last 12 months. It's this sparring he's been getting, world-class sparring. His opponents of the Klitschko's bring him in. As they say, he's a Klitschko clone, and that, of course, is some compliment. And he's finding that he's holding his own with world-rated heavyweights. Getting through, and Sexton looks to land a right hand of his own. So Sexton's not going to go away easily here.
But that was good the way Price got the punches off, but then got his defences back nice and quickly. He's very tall for a heavyweight, and sometimes that can be vulnerable, so it's important, as he's doing again here, getting his defences back quickly.
High guard from Sexton. Very, very respectful of that right hand, which is cocked and primed. And that is the game plan. Graham Everett, the trainer, very respected and experienced trainer, said we want to just try and frustrate Price, force some openings, force him to make some mistakes, tighten up a little bit, and then capitalise. But so far, Price showing terrific discipline and purpose, very focused in there.
Yeah, well, Price is the one who's expected to perform and produce the goods tonight. Sexton, a huge underdog, So, I mean, he's quite right to do what he's doing, hoping that eventually Price will start making some mistakes. No signs of that happening. No, he's been disciplined, he's been accurate with the jab, and he's just
got him.
shot.
He had to come. Just a little clipping right hand. And it's come right at the end of the round. That's good news for Sam Sexton. There's the power we were talking about.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. You're showing a really, really good round up today. Really, really good round, yeah? You're doing good. You all right?
Yeah.
Graham Everett is trying to repair the damage psychologically in there, saying, forget about it. But how do you forget about being put on the floor like that?
I think that's just a little hint of the power that David Price carries, because that wasn't a full-blooded shot. It caught him high. It was a good punch, but it wasn't a full-blooded shot. Okay, you can see he wasn't badly hurt by it, but you can see anything he takes cleanly is going to be putting him on the floor. Terrific punch. Yep, well delivered, landed high, but just took everything away from Sam Sexton.
So the expectancy level here at the Aintree Equestrian Centre is going through the roof right now. And there is one punter in Liverpool whose blood pressure is going through the roof right now. He's reputed to have put £50,000 on Price winning inside 4 rounds. So he is sweating and he is counting down the seconds.
Well, I think Sexton has learned that if he wants to make...
There's a wobble. There's just the right hand again. And he certainly wobbled. And again, it wasn't a clean shot. Sexton does look a bit shaky. There's a decent right hand gets through. Sexton's taken it well. But Price starting to unload here. And it's survival time for Sam Sexton, and he may not survive much more of this. A beautiful right uppercut. Howard Foster takes up the count. Sexton says he looks like he's going to be okay, but down twice. And Price moves in for the finish. Sexton flashing defiance. And Sexton is getting his defences exposed again, and Price looking to get this finish right here. But Sexton gritting his teeth and hanging on, some blood from the nose. But can he avoid that right hand?
Now, but look at the control that Price is showing here. No hurry whatsoever, he knows the job is almost done. Just keeping his concentration. The power punches, they're doing their stuff.
There's another right upstairs, but he's bearing his punches as well. He's not just going hell for leather, he's picking some good shots to the body as well. Just breaking Sexton up, piece by piece. Another right hand, Sexton stumbles again. Price switches the attack downstairs, then finishes it with a beautiful right hook. And Howard Foster says that's it. What a finish from Price. The combination downstairs set it up, and then the finish, clinical, and Sexton is in some trouble here. So let's keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah, that was a heavy knockdown, there was a huge punch. His head hit the canvas as he landed, so they'll keep him on the floor as a precaution. They'll get the medics standing by, in case maybe he needs oxygen, whatever. He wants to get back up again. I mean, this man is amazingly tough. I mean, he actually did well at lasting as long as he did once the power punches started landing. It's good to see him walking back to his corner. But what a terrific performance from David Price. I mean, you put that on top of the John McDermott performance. He is more than ready to move on through the levels. Tremendous performance. Did not put a foot wrong.
And did you see that touch of class at the end there? He had Sexton on the floor. He knew it was over. Howard Foster would wave that off immediately. Price didn't go to his corner. His first thought was just to check that Sexton was okay. And thank goodness Sexton is okay. Well, it's another one inside the distance. His toughest test to date on paper. He's passed it with flying colours. And Liverpool finally has a British heavyweight champion.
Yeah, that was a terrific performance. Okay, he was expected to win tonight, but the manner of the victory, we thought Sam Sexton, with his experience and his toughness, would force some mistakes from him. But let's look at the uppercut. The rope stopped him from going over. He didn't actually touch down, but it's a knockdown because the ropes had held him up. At this point, it was just purely a matter of time. That was a tremendous punch, a terrific punch. And he didn't recover from that punch. He didn't get his balance back, so he couldn't generate any power in any of his own punches. So Price was free just to walk right through him and deliver huge punches. That's the same punch we're seeing again there. And full credit, a lot of British heavyweights would have called it a day at that point. The finishing punch was a tremendous shot. You can see the way he landed, his head hit the canvas, which was a little bit worrying. But phenomenal power that David Price carries, and add that to the boxing ability, the amateur pedigree he has. This guy is for real.
Oh yeah, believe the hype. The best British heavyweight potentially since Lennox Lewis, and that proved it. And the biggest hit around here since the Beatles, David Price, just proved himself. Very, very special indeed. Good to see Sam Sexton up on his feet and seemingly okay. But what a finish, what a performance once again from the emerging superstar in British heavyweight boxing.
Ladies and gentlemen, British Heavyweight Championship boxing comes to Liverpool. Please show your appreciation for both boxers in the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, our timekeeper, Mr. Gary Grennan, records an official time 2:07 of round number 4. Referee Howard Foster dispenses with the count. The winner by technical count-out, and new British and Commonwealth heavyweight champion from Liverpool, David Price.